Good morning, everybody. So, if you grew up hearing about how bad something is for you, why would you decide to just try it someday? Doesn't seem a lot of making sense, does it? However, in the United States, thousands of people become addicted to smoking cigarettes every day. It only takes one cigarette to get started. So why am I standing up here telling you all about cigarettes? Well, chances are at least some of you smoke cigarettes. In the United States, it's estimated that 16.8% of people smoke cigarettes. That is nearly 1 in 5 people. That is a lot of people. If you are a cigarette smoker, understand that I am a fellow smoker who understands what you are going to, as I am trying to quit, and I know it is very difficult. And please also understand that this is an informative speech, not a persuasive speech. I'm not persuading you to do anything. I'm not telling you what you should or should not be doing. I'm just presenting you with the information that I believe you are entitled to. Smoking is a cultural point of emphasis here in the United States. However, I do not believe that would be so if people were given the information that they are entitled to. Some of the side effects include the increased rate of lung cancer, impotence, and the large sums of money that people give to smoking cigarettes. So to start out, just about how much money are we talking about? According to the United States Center for Disease Control and Prevention, at a certain point, a smoker will be buying an entire pack a day. And after 5 years, the average cost by state is nearly $8,000. That's enough to buy a car. You could buy an entire car with the money that you might be spending on cigarettes. Another fact that affects your wallet when it comes to smoking is that if your insurance company finds out that you're a cigarette smoker, your premium could be increased because you are more of a liability due to your increased chance of illness. All in all, if you make the decision to not spend money on cigarettes, you could be spending your paychecks a lot smarter. Fellas, your wallet is not the only thing that is taking a hit by smoking cigarettes. According to the Lung Organization, smoking cigarettes in some cases causes impotence as well as erectile dysfunction, which is obviously something that you do not want. Most people start smoking in their early 20s and 30s, and people like that tend to think that they're invincible and they can just put it down whenever they want, but that's not the reality. I do think of this in most things in terms of the future, but sometimes we must realize what is important to do. Impotence and erectile dysfunction is not the only thing that will happen to your body as a result of smoking cigarettes. Smoking cigarettes causes your hair to smell bad, your fingernails to turn yellow, your skin to turn yellow, and odd brown marks might show up on your hands, according to the Department of Health and Human Services. I feel as though a piece of information that everybody's entitled to, I feel like that, excuse me, I'm a little sick. I feel as though that is a piece of information that everybody is entitled to. And as bad as impotence and erectile dysfunction is, that is not the worst side effect of smoking cigarettes. As I'm sure many of us are aware, smoking cigarettes causes a higher rate of cancer. The most common forms of cancer caused by smoking cigarettes is lung cancer, as well as mouth or throat cancer. However, the smoker himself is not the only one putting himself in a higher risk of getting cancer. If you are around somebody that smokes cigarettes as much as a smoker would, you are constantly exposed to secondhand smoke. Secondhand smoke is what happens when you inhale somebody else's cigarette smoke. So you may not be the one smoking the cigarette, however, you are feeling the harmful effects. The amount of people that are harmed by secondhand smoke is actually a little more than you think. Since 1964, it is estimated that 2.5 million people in the United States have been diagnosed with cancer through secondhand smoke. Even though that is a very large amount of time, it does not make the large number any smaller. And that is a large number. Regardless of how they did it, it is still or how long it took, that is still 2.5 million people affected by something that they shouldn't have faced consequences for. I hope that this has taught you all a thing or two about smoking cigarettes, and I hope that I presented you all a little bit of information that you will hopefully use with your good judgment. I truly believe that it is important to know all the necessary information about anything before you try anything, so make sure that you are informed. I did not have time to dissect all of the side effects of smoking cigarettes, but I hope you gentlemen learned a little bit more about what a cigarette could do to you. I hope you ladies learned a little bit about the effects as well. America has every right to smoke a cigarette. But you are also entitled to information before you go off and do that. Knowledge is never a bad thing, and I hope you all learned something today. Have a good night.